My name is Paul Andrus. I was sergeant in the Army from 2003 to 2007. The Army is kind of a strong tradition in my family. Both of my brothers were in it. At one time, all three of us were in it. So it was kind of a thing that, like, something that was fostered in our family, like the strong military tradition. So when I graduated high school, I didn't think I was going to join the Army. I actually got some scholarships to go to school, and I registered for school and did some orientation stuff and bought books and everything. And then about 2 weeks before school started, I returned all the scholarship money, sold my books back, and joined the Army to go overseas. And that's exactly where I found myself in November 2005. I was in Kuwait, just north of Kuwait City, in some little dusty fob, ready to push north into Baghdad. December 17th, 2 days after the election, I was on a C-130, landed in Biop, which is Baghdad International Airport, and my life's never been the same since. Being on the front lines, you do get it. You're the tip of the spear. You do the face-to-face work that the policy people enact. You're the tool that has to accomplish the mission. And that took me all over the city. I never really left the city. I went out in the desert surrounding the city, but most of my time was spent in downtown neighborhoods and just south of Sadr City, which was kind of a dangerous place when I was there. In 2006, the surge happened. Sectarian violence was at like its all-time high, and the General Petraeus and President Bush at the time decided that it would be a good idea to focus all the forces in Baghdad, because if you can quell the capital, you can pretty much quell any other city. My best memories were doing that face-to-face type work. It radically changes your perspective on the world. Seeing the way other people live and seeing the things that they do, their customs and courtesies, and just how much of an impact we really do have on them. Between just the simplest, most mundane thing of giving a kid a piece of candy on the street to going and see public works projects put into action. We really do some good over there. So after my deployment, I returned overseas, and I really had no direction. I knew I wanted to go to school, because that's why I kind of joined the Army. I was going to go to the Army, accomplish the mission, or at least help accomplish the mission, come back, get my free school paid for, and then go wherever that took me. But when I got back, the foundation that a military institution like the Army had provided for me really already had steered my life in a direction that led me to the Air Force ROTC here at the University of Illinois. Service is something that you can't really understand unless you participate in an organization like that. The friends, the bonds you create, the work ethic you create, the value system that it instills in an individual, you can never find that in any Fortune 500 company or any other place in the civilian sector, for that matter. It's particularly the people you work with. Those people are like brothers to me. I formed a bond on countless missions throughout Baghdad. Those guys are closer to me than anybody I ever went to high school with or grew up with, or some of my own family, for crying out loud. I'm closer with those guys. They know me like a brother. I know everything about them, from what they did on their 12th birthday what they plan to do in the future, where their life, where they would like it to go. Just because you go through certain things in the military, high levels of stress, emotions, some real physical obstacles that you have to rely on each other to accomplish, and that facilitates a bond that you'll never find any other place. Everybody knows, it's common knowledge because the media focuses in on you know, like big things that the Army's doing, rebuilding schools and the government and so forth. But what about the average family over there? One night that really sticks out in my memory is we were getting ready to do a mission. My sniper team and I were sitting outside of a house that we had planned to do an observation post from, just south of Solder City there again. And we kicked the door in. The intel reports we had told us that the building was vacant, but it turned out that some squatters had moved in that day or that night or sometime to seek refuge for the night. And they were, to put it lightly, shocked to see 3 guys carrying guns kick in the door, and they, you know, were illegally squatting on this residence. But we turned that situation, we diffused it quickly. Like I immediately pulled out the you know, the beef jerky and the candy that I had brought, you know, just to make the night go by, and just started giving it out to the people, giving them my water. I can, you know, it was a small sacrifice to me to go a night without drinking any water, just so they felt comfortable. Because it's one thing to be on our side of it. It's a whole other spectrum to be on the opposite side of it. And I knew that, like, we had just shook the world to the ground that night. They were scared. And since we really couldn't console them any other way, like verbally, I just made sure that, you know, giving them gifts and being gentle with them and not, you know, pushing them around or anything like that. Just being as friendly as I could and cooperating with them. They then kind of developed through that course of the night, maybe a friendship, I don't know, but an understanding maybe is a better way to say it, that we weren't there to, you know, wreak havoc on their life. We were there to accomplish a mission to make sure that they were safe. And I think they understood that when we left them alone, we gave them some stuff, you know, treated them really nice. I even drew like a picture with one of the kids and I gave it to them. And it's that one-on-one contact that, you know, really furthers the American mission there.
Thanks for your time, Paul. I really appreciate your military service and wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank you.
Which one of you is Alibaba? Are you Alibaba?
Oh, stop.
What? 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 Yeah. Hey, say, hey. Okay. Yeah. What? What?